You are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news, one day I will take my own pound of flesh for the pain you have caused me and my family. Who said this? It is Lamido. Former Jigawa State Governor Sule Lamido recounted a distressing incident involving his son's arrest for alleged money laundering while carrying $50,000 for his sick daughter's medical treatment. He reported by Punch on Monday 22, 2025, as reported by Punch. Speaking at a boot launch in Abuja, Lamido explained that his son, traveling with his wife, ill child, and nanny, was detained during the 2012 trip with the funds intended for the family's medical expenses. He described the arrest as a deliberate setup orchestrated to tarnish his reputation. Lamido revealed that the pilot, a newspaper reportedly linked to then President Goodluck Jonathan and published by an individual named Dennis, falsely claimed his son was caught with 30 billion naira in cash the following day. Outraged, Lamido confronted Jonathan at Aso Rock, expressing the profound pain and damage to his family's honor. As a Fulani, he told Jonathan, "This hurt has cut deep, and I will never forget it. One day, I will seek revenge." Shocked by Lamido's intensity, Jonathan promptly promised a state pardon for his son, which was later granted. He said he told Jonathan, "But sir, I want you to know that I am a Fulani man, and we have a reputation for our long memory. One day I will take my own pound of flesh for the pain you have caused me and my family." The incident tied to the arrest of Lamido's son, Mustapha, at Malam Aminu Kano International Airport fueled political tensions, with Lamido alleging it was a smear campaign amid his rift with Jonathan over PDP leadership. His account underscores the personal and cultural weight of the ordeal, reflecting broader issues of political vendettas and media manipulation in Nigeria's turbulent political landscape. Well, things like this are not far-fetched even in Nigeria among politicians, especially when there is competition. When everybody is looking for power, they want to be the one to carry the day. They go to any extent to do anything, if so as to conquer their so-called enemy now, political enemy or opponent. Look at, for example, during the race in 2023, to the presidency, the former vice president has to go to begin to investigate the incumbent president, even to his school in Chicago, where he came from, his parenthood, and all sorts of things. And these are some of the things that politicians do, just to outwit their own opponent, just to make sure that they carry the day, they win the whole election. And also the same way too, you see so many in the time during the time of President Obasanjo too. We saw what are the allegations as regards his own vice president, the same Atiku Abubakar, who has decided to even buy over the whole almost the whole delegates at the Eagle Square. Then when they were trying to go for primary, that Obasanjo had to plead with even him for him to be able to run for a second term. And at the end of the day, we also saw too how Obasanjo, took his own pound of flesh and promising Atiku that he will never become the president of Nigeria. And up till today, Atiku has been trying and he continued to fail to actualize this is long-term personal ambition of becoming the president of this country. So it has been norm in our politics, and I think those things are supposed not to be so, because some of these statements, some of these moves will eventually affect our own people. Look at the situation now that Lamido is, expressing now today, that he has a child that is sick, and then the son was given $50,000 in order to go and take care of the child, with the mother and the nanny probably they are flying out of the country for medical purposes. And somehow the little man was arrested, and the claim by a so-called sensational, journalist is that he was caught with 330 billion naira. That's a, to Lamido is outrageous, and that ought not to be. And then it was during the time that Lamido is also fighting about the leadership of PDP, even with the president, who happens to be Goodluck Ebele Jonathan as at that time. And he went to him, like he has, himself reported now and testified. He said he told him that, look, this has cut deep and I will never forget. And one day I will seek revenge because I'm a full animal. And of course, when Jonathan saw that this thing is, the intensity from Lamido is so shocking, that Lamido is taking it beyond politics, beyond fighting for power, that is going deep into blood. He promptly promised a state pardon for his son, which was later granted. But then, of course, how many people remember that the man was granted a state pardon? The sensational news is what people will keep remembering up till today. So he believed that he has succeeded in maligning his image and damaged his family's honor, and this thing has brought a profound pain even unto him, and he will never forget. And he still made mention of this same thing when he's doing his own book launch, even in last month. So as regards, trying to get to power and using every means, we should always remember and learn that it shouldn't be a do or die thing. Of course, remember that by the time you guys are finished, you will still be together again. For example, Peter Obi and President Tinubu met at St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican. Had it been Tinubu has decided to go after his life and kill him, will they be able to meet again? Because politics itself is transient. Even our life too is short. But at the end of the day, a legacy we leave behind is what we speak. And also, when these politicians are doing things, they always forget the fact that whatever actions or inaction they do will have a ripple effect. Look at that. Because of the political issue between Lamido and Jonathan, they want to jeopardize and compromise the health of a little girl that's supposed to seek medical care. And only God knows the extent of the, disease or the sickness then. And arresting the boy, not allowing those who are supposed to travel with the money they need to travel with, able to go on time. Maybe they might even have wasted the golden hour of the little girl for him to have to seek medical intervention. So there is need for politicians in Nigeria to play by the rule and not to play to the gallery. You don't need to make it a do or die. Neither should you go for the jugular. It should be a friendly thing, and at the end of the day, let Nigerians win and let them laugh. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.